I was 5 when the bullying began. It was my first day of school and I was excited. But when my teacher took me to class, I knew I wasn't going to be happy there. As I entered my classroom, everything went silent. Everyone was staring at me. Throughout my time at primary school, I never made any friends. I found it impossible to get anyone to listen to me. I wasn't accepted, and as time passed, I realised it was because I was white. Most of the children were from other ethnicities. During break times, I was regularly surrounded by large groups of kids who would shout racist comments like, "White trash." I was frequently pushed around until I fell over. Then they would point and laugh. I would be told to go away when I tried to talk to them. Clearly they didn't want to know me, so I would go. Often sitting alone, waiting for each day to end. I informed teachers of the bullying I received, but they didn't seem to care. Certainly nothing happened to improve my situation. It wasn't long before I was taken out of that school and started at another one. I thought things would be different there. I didn't experience any bullying for the first few weeks and I had already made some friends. Then I got to know someone who would make my time there miserable. She bullied other children as well, but picked on me in particular. I think she thought I was vulnerable because I was quiet. The bullying was more severe than at my previous school and got steadily worse as time passed. She used to push, kick, punch and stamp on my feet every day. We frequently got into fights and I once had some of my hair ripped out. I repeatedly arrived home with new cuts and bruises. I continually asked for help from teachers, but wasn't given any. I developed some psychological problems. I began to look at myself in a negative way. I believed secondary school would be a fresh start for me. I was wrong. This time the bullying was mostly verbal, which hurt me even more than physical acts. Ugly, freak and weirdo were some of the cruel words constantly thrown at me. Unfortunately, I started to believe they were true. I felt myself shrinking. Things calmed down when I finished secondary school. Being bullied meant I isolated myself much of the time. I refused to talk to anyone, including my friends, truly believing nobody ever wanted to listen, that nobody cared. I felt so terrified and alone. I lost any confidence I had and developed this idea that I was useless. I felt suicidal for a while, but getting good GCSE grades and taking advantage of positive opportunities like exposure to develop new skills along with my belief in God saved me from harm. I have found ways of regaining my confidence, and positive people have encouraged me to follow my dream of becoming successful in the media industry. If you are being bullied, try not to let their words or actions hurt you. Bullies say malicious things for many reasons, often because they were once bullied too, or because they are jealous of what you have or the way you are. Remember that you don't have to sit in silence. There are many anti-bullying websites you can visit, including kidscape.org.uk, which offers advice and support. Don't feel you are alone. There are people willing to support you to beat the bullies.